it's Katie. I hope you guys had an awesome Halloween yesterday. If you guys went out trick-or-treating or dressed up and went to any Halloween parties, I want to see what you dressed up as. So go to my Facebook page or my Twitter, send me photos because I would love to see your guys' costumes. You guys are always asking me what I'm watching on TV, and there are so many shows that I watch. Literally my DVR is at 99% every single night because I watch too many shows and then I haven't had time to catch up and watch them all, so it's like my DVR is about to explode. But there are so many shows that are on right now that I am like so in love with. There have been a ton of new TV shows that I have been becoming more and more obsessed with, and even some shows that have been on for other seasons, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's getting so good. So some of my favorite shows that are new would have to be American Horror Story Coven. Have you guys seen it? Because this show is just insane. Like, it's just so twisted and dark, but it's also super dramatic and fun at the same time. I'm totally loving watching that show. If you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Coven, it's awesome. It's pretty twisted though, and weird, but it's so good. Another show I can't get enough of is Witches of East End. It's on Lifetime, and it's literally like Charmed, but cheesier, and it's so good. I love watching it. It's about sisters who find out that they're witches, and then they have to go save people and save themselves and make sure that they don't die. It is so much like Charmed. I love it because I was always a huge fan of Charmed, and so this show is super adorable and fun, and I look forward to it every Sunday. I've been watching Hostages. The first episode I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. I love this show. This is awesome. But lately, it is just getting repetitive. It's just not as good as I thought it was gonna be, but I mean, I'm still gonna keep watching it because that's what I do. Okay, so this next show I have watched since season 1, and that show is Once Upon a Time. I've always been a fan of Once Upon a Time, but I never really liked the back and forth, like from Storybrooke into, you know, the magical lands. Like, I just didn't really like the whole back and forth element because I always thought that when they were in these magical lands, it was just so much more fun and enjoyable to watch, and I never really cared when they came back to Storybrooke and dealt with their, you know, issues. But this season, they have not been in Storybrooke at all. They have been in Neverland and all the other fantasy lands, and I love it. You know, they're cutting back and forth between the Enchanted Forest and Neverland, but still it all has the magical element, and it's awesome. I absolutely have been loving this season of Once Upon a Time. I love Peter Pan, I love Tinkerbell, I'm super duper excited for Ariel, and I'm just really, really enjoying it. If you guys gave up last season, definitely watch this season, because last season I was like, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Like, I want the fantasy, I want the excitement from the magic, and I just don't get that in Storybrooke. So I'm super, super enjoying season 3 of Once Upon a Time. So go watch it. Season 3 is definitely a good season to be watching, and it's found its magic. So it's good. I hope it stays good. I also just started watching The Following. I know I'm a little bit behind on that, but oh my gosh, that show is amazing. Like, seriously amazing. It's dramatic, it's scary. I am so enjoying watching The Following. I have to get caught up before season 2 starts. So if that's a show you haven't seen, it's on Netflix. You can catch up. It's awesome. It's really good. Still watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Still not loving it. It just, I don't know what it lacks for me, but I just feel like when I watch the show, I find myself like going on my computer and doing other things. So I'm having a really hard time staying focused while watching it, and maybe it just doesn't draw my attention. But I'm also not caught up. I think I'm like an episode or 2 behind. So does it get better, guys? The guys who are caught up, does it get better? Those are only some of the shows that I watch. I watch way too many TV shows, but I love seeing everything. I love being knowledgeable about all different types of TV shows, but those are just some of my favorites right now that I'm really, really enjoying. And I'm really missing Game of Thrones. Since yesterday was Halloween, I keep seeing all my friends, and you know, on Game of Thrones Twitter and Tumblr, they keep showing people dressed up in costume, and it just makes me miss Game of Thrones. And so I just want it to come back. I miss Game of Thrones. But I want to hear from you guys. What are some shows that you're watching right now that you guys are loving? Was it any of the ones that I mentioned? If so, let me know below. Or if there's a show that you think I should check out, leave it in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe.